Okay, just literally finished watching the first 3 episodes of what we watched in the first episode, which was spoilers, but now is no longer spoilers. So I took some time, quickly went over the remaining chapters that I didn't see for P4A. All done. Look at that. Beautiful. 100%. Look at all these pristine red clear marks. So that's done with. Pretty much never going to touch this again. So to summarize what happens in the first 3 scenes of chapter 1, basically you and the team meet after the day after the P1 Grand Prix. Very important. It's the P1 Grand Prix that we just finished. And basically they go over the case that, okay, this is what happened to Labrys. They're going to get themselves involved. Labrys has gone back with the Shadow Operatives, and then midnight hits, but another midnight channel comes on, and this time Shadow Teddie or General Teddie is starting another tournament known as the P1 Climax. So that's new. Yukari is also apparently coming to Inaba by helicopter with Labrys, and Junpei also just arrived at the Inaba station as well. So these two are now getting involved. After that, we've also learned that Mitsuru, so the original P3 members, Mitsuru, Akihiko, Fuka, and Aigis, the ones that were in the P1 Grand Prix, are apparently being captured by some means. They're being crucified, kind of like how they were in P3, so there's that as well. Other than that, Rise and Naoto are kind of doing their own thing. So that's that basically. So we're gonna follow up with Rise's, and then we'll do Naoto's little story, and then we'll move on from there basically. If you really want to watch these 3 scenes again, honestly, just watch the first episode of this playlist, because that's when I did go over this, even though I didn't mean to. But I don't want to go over it again just because it'll be duplicate. So let's go with Rise. So what we know is that Rise had a bunch of calls after she got out of the TV, so she must be busy with her own stuff. I raised one arm towards the mirror-lined wall and closed my eyes. In my mind, I see a strange and hazy shadow of a band. Glow sticks of all different colors shine in the packed seats. I'm looking at them from my mark, indicated with a spot of fluorescent paint. The moment the countdown hits 0, a spotlight comes on. I reach towards the flooded light and become one with the stage.
Say hello, hello. You gotta say goodbye to 1,000 lies, yeah. Shout friends, just those words you really mean. And let your voice be heard all over the world. Stand up when you hear a knock on the door. It's me, come on out. Get ready for your true story.
Whoa, I'm your biggest fan. Alright, did not expect cutscene. Training room. As I calm my breathing and look towards the clock to check how long that performance took me, I see where its 2 hands are pointing, jolting me back to reality in a hurry.
Oh crap! I didn't take my bike today. I wonder if I can make the last train. Night, everyone. I'm off for today.
Why is she wearing her uniform on Golden Week? I hurriedly address the people I pass as I fly out of the studio. After a mad dash to Okina Station, I barely made it to the stopped train.
Made it.
I take a breather as the train slowly pulls out. The last train on a holiday is usually pretty empty, so I sit in an open seat and get my tunes from my bag. There's a new song out there they just gave me this afternoon. Today felt so long for some reason. I'm surprised she doesn't have a personal driver.
We expected. Are you still okay on time?
You didn't have to give me a lift, you know. I'd have been fine.
That's not the issue. Come on, I'm your manager.
The reason Inoue-san seems so happy is because of the news we got earlier. Oh shit, they gave him a portrait. This guy used to be a pixel NPC back in the original game. When our president called us back to the office from the shoot today, we were greeted with a new song for me and a detailed plan for my comeback.
Still, I had no idea that the boss was putting together such a detailed plan for your comeback.
Well, I'm grateful and all, but I just don't think I'm ready yet.
That's not true. We've all seen how hard you've been working. You're much stronger than you were. I think the boss is making the right decision.
Are you just flattering me, Inoue-san?
Never intentionally. You sang that new song we gave you today after just a short lesson. You even memorized the dance steps in record time.
I wasn't any good, though. I got distracted by the steps and kept going off key. And I wasn't hitting the turns cleanly. I've still got a long way to go.
It's true, even as far as discussion of my comeback goes. If Inoue-san hadn't come up with an excuse for why we couldn't get in contact with me until yesterday, the plans could have been sunk.
Rise-chan, did something happen?
Huh?
I know that there's a part of your life you won't let me into, and that's okay. An idol doesn't need to tell her manager everything. But there's a difference between keeping things private and isolating yourself. You asked if you could get some days off during the long holiday, right? And you didn't seem too keen on today's session either. Did you have some other engagement in mind?
No, you're just cutting me too much slack. Thanks, though. It's nothing to do with work. But there was something that made me realize how powerless I am.
So many people are supporting me for my comeback, but no matter how much I throw myself into rehearsals, all I can think about is how I was nothing but a burden in the incident yesterday.
Rise-chan?
I'm okay. Were you worried I'd quit again? I'm still set on getting back into showbiz, once I shake off the rust from my hiatus.
I can tell that much from watching you practice. Still, maybe you need a breather.
Huh?
The publisher consulted me about maybe rescheduling the photo shoot. When I told them doing it later would be problematic since you're still a student, they decided to reschedule for another time. So, take a nice break tomorrow.
Inoue-san.
But things will be busy after the long holiday. The success of your comeback project is on the line here.
I really appreciate it. Can you let me off at Okina Station today? If I have tomorrow off, I want to stop by the studio and practice a little more.
Huh? But wouldn't it be late by the time you're done? Why don't I take you straight home?
There's not enough room at home. Please? I'll go straight home after I practice a little.
Well, all right. But don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Actually, though, you shouldn't coddle me so much either. Okay, Inoue-san?
Through the train window, I can see the countryside with only a few lights here and there. The train was empty to begin with, and it only gets emptier as we approach the final stop.
A long holiday, huh?
This holiday was supposed to cap off with just work and rehearsals. Even when I heard Yu was coming back, I was the one who decided not to change my plans. When I told the others, they said stuff like, oh well, work's work, and hang in there. Kanji was the only one who acted like a kid, saying, what's more important to you, your work or senpai?
Reminds me, Naoto-kun had to work during the holidays too.
I bet Naoto-kun would get all indecisive about these things. When I sigh and take out my cell, I notice I have an email.
Oh, it's from Yukiko-senpai.
It's a summary of what the investigation team talked about today at the time we're meeting tomorrow.
Tunis at 6 a.m.? That's early. I bet some of those guys are gonna be late for sure.
I laugh, but it quickly turns into a sigh. I have tomorrow off thanks to Inoue, and while I'm happy I get to see everyone, I'm a little bummed out too. I couldn't do anything during that incident. I don't remember anything else about that day after I finished shopping for dinner at Juness. When I came to, I was already in the announcement room of the TV world under the surveillance of General Teddie. In the end, it turned out that General Teddie was Labrys' shadow, taking on Teddie's form. The shadow was holding this event called the P1 Grand Prix and forcing my senpai to fight each other in it. Since I was captured, they used my voice and likeness to goad everyone into hurting each other. I thought I sounded cool saying I had work, but I got kidnapped, imprisoned, and watched them use my face and voice to confuse everyone.
At this rate, I can barely face Senpai and the others.
Yu senpai will be going back tomorrow. I think about Fuka, who had such tremendous powers that she could help Mitsuru's group by describing what was going on in the TV world even from outside. I wish I could be that
The
useful.
next stop is Yaso Inaba. Yaso Inaba.
Right, and this is when the sky turned red. Yeah. Again, if you don't know this context, unfortunately you'll have to go watch the very first episode, because that's when you'll have all the context as to what's going on now. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't know, okay? What the? That was a weird place to cut the announcement off. All of a sudden, all the lights in the train turn off, and the train that had already begun to slow down to its last stop grinds to a halt.
Oh no! A blackout?
I look out the window to check. A huge red moon dominates the sky. In the direction the train was heading there looks to be a giant red cocoon. Is that fog?
What is that? Inaba's that way.
I turn around. There's no one in the train. They've all disappeared. The train car was pretty empty, but I'm positive I wasn't the only passenger before.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, right, my cell.
Could be the dark hour 2.0, the red hour. Thinking I might be able to find something out if I contact someone. I look at my phone. I'm still holding after checking my email. It seems to have turned off by itself. Since the screen remains black, no matter how many times I press the power button, it won't turn on.
It's broken? Of all the times. Guys, you senpai.
Apart from the confusion, a sensation I know all too well starts to rise in me. Can't believe it, but there's no mistake. Oh.
This feeling. It can't be. It's like I'm inside the TV.
Isn't it just down that alleyway there, Dojima's place? We're pretty close. I'm moving before I can think twice. I yank open the door using the emergency lever and jump out onto the tracks. I begin running towards the Yaso Inaba train station. Now's not the time to stay and cower here. Oh shit. Flippin' Junpei should be over there by the train station. He's trying to order a drink. Oh, to be continued, okay. Alright. That's Risei's story. And now we can check out what Naoto's doing. Alright, at least we're now officially on the second act of the game, so we can finally kind of just go one by one instead of watching the same story kind of 14 times. The clock's ticking echoes throughout the room. As I look up from the file it holds, it seems I yearn for some mental stimulation to distract me from the sheer volume of info I'm attempting to process. But when I look up, all that's before me are the tall stacks of files I brought in from the reference room. Even when I cooperated with the investigation as a detective, I'd only been in this room a few times. They must have ushered me into the drawing room on the highest floor of Inaba Station today in order to send a message. Don't draw attention to yourself. I lower my hat to rest my eyes and spend some time thinking back on the conversation I had a short while ago.
I see. In other words, nothing suspicious is apparent in the current Kirijo group.
Correct. There are no factors that would necessitate detouring Mitsuru Kirijo or the shadow operatives which she leads.
The man holding my report falls silent, pondering something. His reaction shows that he most likely foresaw what sort of report I'd hand in. The well-dressed man before me belongs to the National Police Agency Security Bureau, Security Planning Division, or in brief form, Public Safety. It was he who requested the undercover investigation into Mitsuru's shadow operatives.
Mitsuru Kirijo seemed to have some idea who stole her cargo, yes?
She did indeed. To begin with, the culprit knew the contents of the cargo which even Miss Kirijo herself did not fully understand. It follows that the culprit in this case was someone with intimate knowledge of the Kirijo group's dark secrets. How Mitsuru Kirijo deals with this culprit will surely shed more light upon her true motives.
Half of that is true and half is a sophistry. I need to discover the trump card that Public Safety is hiding. Most likely that trump card will lead us to the culprit of this case, the one who stole Labrys and threw into the TV world. After a moment of silence, the man places a stack of thick folders before me. If he had prepared this in advance, that means he was weighing his options. He knows of my intent, yet he must have made the decision that what they stand to gain is worth the risk.
Report to us again when you find out more.
With that, the man leaves the room. It seems my gamble paid off.
Whether I find out more or not, it's certain that something will happen.
Labrys' kidnapper hasn't been caught and the case is ongoing. Even now, there may be developments somewhere. My friends on the investigation team may be having a strategy meeting at the food court around now. Though it's been a while since any of us have seen you, Senpai, so the conversation may have already digressed. Sighing, I force aside the twinge of loneliness and drop my gaze to the file that my gamble won.
The Kirijo Ergonomics Research Laboratory. An organization specializing in research upon shadows.
What I demanded of public security was an investigative document on a Kirijo Group Research Institute which no longer exists. The founder of that institute was Mitsuru-san's grandfather, Koetsu Kirijo. The contents of that report were filled with matters that were hard to believe. The Dark Hour, a different world populated by shadows that seem to intrude on the real world. The mysterious, almost alien artifacts known as plumes of dusk that can induce a personality. Humanoid robots called anti-shadow suppression weapons that were developed to oppose shadows. artificial persona users who gained their abilities with special drugs. Oh yeah, Strega. I almost forgot about them. Had I not seen Igus and Labrys with my own two eyes, the supernatural contents of this file would seem ludicrously implausible.
A flood of shadows and the manifestation of personas. There are many similarities to what we experienced.
Right, I completely forgot about Strega. Oh, I'll be honest, it's because they're kind of forgettable, that's why.
The chief difference is that their catastrophe was artificially induced in the name of research.
Kind of wonder what happened to those drugs after Ikutsuki kicked the bucket, right? Because he's the one that was supplying Strega with those drugs. So after he died, I wonder what happened. I sensed an unwavering commitment to duty from Mitsuru and her team. Though they, like us, are persona users, the horror in this file must be why I detected a very different type of resolve from them.
I hesitate to look into such matters without their consent, but I doubt they would volunteer much.
From what I can deduce based on this, the culprit in Labrys' case is without a doubt related to Kirijo and Ergo research. The clue that leads to the truth has to be out there. But if by chance something were to happen to Mitsuru and her people, we would need to know more about our common enemy.
Shuji Ikutsuki took the position of chairman at Gekkokan High after Ergo research was disbanded. Mitsuru-san went there. Deceased in 2009. Cause of death: falling from the school's observatory. Was it suicide? No listed family.
That's true. He did indeed fall from the school's observatory. If anything, it actually wouldn't be suicide because there was a bullet wound because... fuck, I forgot what Mitsuru's father's name was, but they shot each other. So in the end, it would be death by bullet. There's no other information in regards to him in the document I gained from public safety. The simplicity of the section in regards to this Shuji Ikutsuki, an obvious important person, oddly left an impression on me. Ikutsuki and his goddamn dad jokes. Was he the guy in the wheelchair too? Yeah, he was in a wheelchair, I remember. Wait, was he in the wheelchair? Yeah, he was, but he could stand up too. I finished reading over the material, but to be honest, it tells me little. Most of the principals involved are already deceased, including Koetsu, Kirijo, Shuji Ikutsuki, and the persona users whose ability were artificially awakened. That was Shadow Jesus, I forgot his name. Oh, Takaya, Jin, and rest in peace, Chiori. Still, I do learn something. The culprit's objective in Labrys' case... Actually, no, that's the crazy part, is that if you play the Fem-C route in P3P... Okay, this is kind of spoilers, but I'm going to say it anyways, because why not? In the P3P route, if you play your cards right, you can save both Shinji and Chiori. Is it Chiori or Chihito? I think it's Chiori, yeah. You can save both of them, which is honestly insane. But yeah. Anyways, back to the main story. The culprit's objective in Labrys' case has similarities to the purpose of Ergo research, to deliberately gather shadows in order to fuse them together. That was the objective. Wouldn't the TV world have been an ideal place for a test run?
It may be best if I check inside of the TV world once more.
When I opened my cell phone to share my findings, scant though they may be, I noticed that the hour is late. It's almost the next day.
It's a bit late to call them. Which reminds me, I think I heard thunder earlier. Could it have rained?
The word rain gives me pause. During the incident with Labrys, the Midnight Channel was broadcasting again. In her case, is truly ongoing. Does that mean it could come on tonight? A bad feeling crossed my mind. But I'm not in
Call
Inaba,
at this
though.
hour? From an unknown number. Hello.
I got through. Mr. Detective? Wait, no. Naoto-kun, right?
Voice. Is that you, Labrys? What's the matter?
Listen up, because we got a big problem. Mitsuru-san and the others were on their way to Inaba, but they've gone missing.
Missing?
So we were gonna go look for them, but these weird guys came barging into the Shadow Operatives lab. I'm the only one who got out.
The Shadow Operatives Research Lab was attacked. Could it be the enemy? No, that's not it. This is most likely...
Labrys, calm down. Can you describe anything unique about the people who invaded your headquarters?
Unique? They came in a big group. They wore suits. They showed this paper-looking thing, and they said something about an investigation.
Just as I thought, public safety. I had my suspicions, but there can be no mistake. Though the Kirijo Group and public safety are formally in cooperation, public safety privately has a low opinion on the Shadow Operatives, hence the request that I perform an undercover investigation. They must have found out that Mitsuru's disappearance and used it as an opportunity to launch a compulsory investigation. But Mitsuru-san's disappearance, could it be related to public safety's move? Labra said a moment ago that Mitsuru and her people were headed to Inaba. Why? While I think carefully, sorting through this new info, I asked Labras for more details. I also like how they're headed back to Inaba, even though they left, like, yesterday.
I understand. What's your present situation?
I can't go back to the lab, right? Even if I could, I wouldn't know what to do without Mitsuru-san around. But then I found out the Shadow Operatives got these special folks who only get called up in emergencies.
Oh shit, and that's Yukari and Junpei.
I just met up with them a minute ago, and we're about to go look for Mitsuru-san and them.
Understood. I'll cooperate as well. I'm sure the others won't say no either. We'll all try searching for Mitsuru-san.
Really? Thanks.
Labras, there's something else I'd like to ask. Why was Mitsuru-san headed for Inaba?
If I remember right, they found a weird shadow reading over there, so they were gonna go look into it.
A weird shadow reading.
An abnormal shadow reading is detected in Inaba, and Mitsuru and her people go missing when they head out to investigate. Even if this is unrelated to the public safety matter, I can't overlook this detail. Mitsuru and her people are persona users and extremely skilled ones at that. If they are in a situation with no means of contacting help, then whatever enemy they face must be formidable. The first such enemy who comes to mind is the culprit who kidnapped Labras and forced us to fight in the P1 Grand Prix.
She said the reading spiked all of a sudden. Did something happen over there?
Nothing springs to mind. Oh, sorry, hold on a moment.
I checked the clock on the wall of the drawing room. It's almost midnight. If there was an abnormal shadow reading, the midnight channel could be involved. I need to find a room with a TV.
I'm sorry, but let's continue this on the move. We should meet up at the very least. Actually, is that a helicopter I hear in the background?
Yeah, I'm surprised you can tell. We have a maid piloting one right now.
A maid? A personal helicopter and a maid piloting it. Never thought of the family as poor, but thinking back to that limousine, the Kirijo clan seems to be on a completely different level.
Let me think of a place where a helicopter could land around here.
That's when it hit. As I continued to talk while walking down the hallway, all the lights suddenly turn off. Though it is midnight, this is a police station. There should be several officers still stationed here, even at this hour. However, in defiance of these facts, an unnatural stillness pervades the air.
A blackout.
No, that's not it. The roaring helicopter rotors on the other end of the line have also fallen silent. My cell phone has gone dead, as if the batteries were drained. I try a few things, but it won't even turn on. If all the electronics have stopped working so suddenly? I mean, what is this, like Mementos? Like, oh damn it, my phone! I can't open the camera app! What the hell? I opened a nearby door to get a better look at the environment. Actually, that was quite the plot convenience too, back in P5. It's like, Ryuji, just take a picture of the volleyball kids getting physically abused. They're like, damn it, my camera app's not working. Fucking about to go to Akihabara, buy a portable camera or something, and then bring it into the palace. The empty room is hastily lit by an eerie red glow coming from the window. Walking to get a clearer view, I gasped at the sight outside. An obvious pall has fallen upon this quiet rural town.
Red fog?
Seeing the town enveloped in fog, I can't help but remember last year's case. With the foreboding feeling that the situation has taken a turn for the worse, I quickly leave the strangely empty Inaba station. There's a tower too, for some reason over there. Alright, to be continued. So that's Naoto's journey. Alright. Chapter 3, A Warped Town. Featuring Yosuke Headass. Alright. This one has 2 different routes by the looks of it. Alright, well, we'll just play it out, see where it goes. I'll try to fit in as much of this as I can into one episode too.
The streetlights are all out too. What in the world's going on here?
The midnight channel came on again. I called up you and all of a sudden my cell phone's gone completely dead. What in the world is happening now? I decided to rush to the floodplain for the time being, but there's not a single soul out in the red fog apart from Teddie, who's running right next to me. Isn't this pretty dangerous?
There's no one around. Am I gonna be all alone with Yosuke for the rest of my life? No! Why couldn't I be stuck with a beautiful lady?
It's true.
I could say the same thing about you. Anyways, we need to get to Juness right now. Let's go.
We're going to Juness? Such devotion to your company in a crisis.
Agreed.
That's not why we're going, moron. Someone from the team's bound to be there now. Whenever anything happened, we always met up there. So if we can't get in contact with anyone, that's the first place to go, right?
Oh, I see. Then Sensei, Chie-chan, Yuki-chan, and even Kanji are probably on their way right now.
Actually, I could imagine Kanji going straight into the TV world instead.
Yeah, unless he fell in by accident too. That'd be crazy. I mean, that guy went into the TV while he was half asleep. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if the first thing he thought was, I better go into the TV right away.
Still, what was up with that midnight channel earlier? I've never heard of it starting before midnight. And what's up with the countdown? This isn't New Year's Eve.
It's a good thing we were in front of the TV. If we missed it, the world could have ended without us even knowing.
Dude, don't even say stuff like that.
I'm remembering right, he said something about a one-on-one battle within an hour. And then there was a short shot of Mitsuru-san and her people up on
Was
crosses.
that video for real? I doubt Mitsuru-san's bunch would get caught that easily.
Crucifying a lady like that is unforgivable. Yosuke, let's hurry and meet up with everyone so we can go rescue Michan.
Right. You're really fired up about this, aren't you?
And then, I'm gonna get a thank you kiss from the lovely ladies.
That's what you're after. How much of a horn dog can one bear be?
Huh? Don't you like Michan's amazing bod too, Yosuke?
Well, who wouldn't be interested? Hey, where are you going with this?
But to be serious for a second, that lady's way too intense for me. It's not that she just pulls off the queen thing to a T, she totally is one. No wait, now's not the time to be fantasizing about that stuff.
Ugh! Don't stop all so suddenly. I don't have bear brakes, you know.
Teddie's saying something stupid again, but I don't have time to deal with it. I turned to Teddie and mentioned the doubt that hit me just now.
Hey, is this fog getting thicker?
It's not just my imagination, the visibility's way worse than when we rushed out of the house. This red fog is definitely getting thicker. This is starting to be way too much like last year's case. Then again, the fog that time wasn't red like this.
Blah!
Yikes, can't you cover your mouth when you sneeze? It's gotten into you.
My nose got itchy all of a sudden. I'm very sorry.
Relatable, Teddie.
Just hurry up and wipe your nose.
By the way, Yosuke,
What now?
I hope it's just my imagination, but was this road always this long?
Huh?
In spite of myself, I took a quick look around. I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't notice. But why are we running on and on down the floodplain? I can't see too well through the fog, but I don't remember the floodplain going on for this long. What little I can see in the distance looks distorted like we're in the TV world. I'm really getting a bad feeling about all this.
Hey, Yosuke?
What now?
I've been having this bad feeling all this time. Can I share this scary feeling with you too?
What's with the creepy buildup? Just hurry up and say it.
We're outside the TV world right now, right? But this place smells the same.
The same as where?
Well, the same as inside the TV.
Huh? Seriously?
Uh-huh. Look, my bare nose is itching up a storm.
Your nose? That's right. Does that mean you can tell where everyone is?
I can kinda tell, but this fog is so thick that it's, achoo!
God, don't turn towards me when you're sneezing. You're sure that's not just allergies?
How rude! I don't have any allergies. My nose has been feeling so itchy that...
Yeah, what a reliable nose you have. Damn it, we gotta find everyone somehow. With the town all messed up, even that might be impossible.
If the town has really become like the TV world, then I doubt this road leads to Juness after all. There doesn't seem to be a soul in town with things like this. Are the others really safe?
What now?
Here it comes! My Teddie sensors are picking up something!
I don't know what he picked up, but Teddie begins running down the riverbank. Wait, what the heck's he doing running all ahead of himself? I hurriedly follow him through the riverbed. Oh, shit.
You still haven't told me what... Huh? Is someone coming? Sorry about the wait.
Okay.
You? How did you get here?
Yosuke! Yosuke, hold on a sec.
Huh? Not now, Teddie. I'm glad you're safe, you.
Of course. So you're with Teddie after all.
Huh? Well, yeah. You're acting kinda strange. What's going on?
What worthless vermin who can't survive without huddling together.
Huh?
Worthless vermin. Something's not right. You doesn't seem his usual self. In the last P1 Grand Prix, there were times where the other person was hearing something different than what we said. That was because Labrys' special function was messing with our senses. Could the same thing be happening here?
Yosuke, no! That's not Sensei. He has a strong, shadowy stink.
What?
The you here smirks in a total evil way. Yeah, Teddie's right. This guy definitely isn't you.
It's too late. Now, bring on the rain.
Whoa! What the?
When this thing that looks like you raises his hand in the air, 4 glowing red pillars fall from the sky to surround us, lodging themselves into the ground. Teddie has to roll backwards on instinct to avoid getting crushed by one of them. What? An arena?
I'm gonna die!
Teddie, you look to be dead already.
Teddie, are you okay?
I try to rush over to him, but in the corner of my eye, I see one of the red pillars give off an eerie glow.
Ow!
Next moment, I run into an invisible wall. That really hurt. I feel like my nose is gonna fall off. This is another thing that's just like the P1 Grand Prix the other day. How was there a monitor here too?
Huh? You really don't learn, do you, Yosuke? This is the P1, so obviously the rule is that only the winner can move on. Now, it's about to begin, the first battle of the P1 Climax. Is everyone ready? You again? Yosuke, the fake Teddie's back!
You're General Teddie? Seriously? But you were just Labrys's...
Electric Boogaloo P1 Grand Prix.
What are you talking about? You're such a grown ranger, Yosuke. It doesn't matter who I am. Continue this idle speculation, and you'll lose your life rather quickly.
What?
This isn't good. I sense something and instinctively dive to the side. After I do a quick roll on the hard ground, I hurry to get back up on my feet. I look back to where I was standing to see the sword you swing hit the exact spot. Holy shit, if that had hit me, I would have been practically dead.
Bastard! What was that for?
There's only one thing that happens in the P1. So hurry and draw your weapon, Yosuke.
What are you saying? You seem a lot like you. I can't tell if you're being tricked or not.
Yosuke, there's no need to worry. What you're looking at now isn't Sensei. It's a complete fake that I made. So now that there's no need to hold back, go fight it!
A fake?
That's right! What really draws in the crowds at a fighting tournament are chaotic, intense, neck-and-neck battles! So the great General Teddie went to the trouble of ginning up shadows to settle things with you guys.
He made this thing? Yikes, the you here looks exactly like the real deal. Where did General Teddie learn that trick? Wait a second, even before that, wasn't General Teddie just another form of Labrys' shadow? But Labrys already accepted her shadow and made it her persona. This doesn't make any sense.
What's the matter? You're supposed to be all about fair and square fights. Why won't you hurry up and start this mano-a-mano rumble?
As General Teddie speaks, the fake you readies his sword. Damn, he really is just like the real one.
You're seriously a fake? You're pretty well made.
Of course I am. Was born from your data. My skills are the same. In fact, they are superior. Or are you incapable of doing anything without your friends, Captain Misantimo?
He still got his title.
Oh, you just had to take a jab at my painful memories, didn't you? But I get it now. Since I know you're a fake, there's no need to hold back.
You'll regret acting all gallant like that. Persona.
What in the world? How did a fake sensei summon a real persona?
Whoa, for real?
For real, dude, that's so not fair. Aren't you supposed to be limited to summoning personas in the TV world? I have a sharp retort all prepared, but no matter how I look at it, I'm at a disadvantage here. Wait, but hold on. Teddie just said this place smells the same as inside the TV. Could that mean...
Yosuke, you have to run! Hurry! Stay back, Teddie. If this seriously is a P1, then we won't be able to go on unless I win. With what's happened to the town, this is no time for hesitating. I'm gonna take a chance and go for it.
I close my eyes and concentrate on my feelings. There's no doubt about it. I sense a large power somewhere inside me and hone in on it with my senses. I have to believe in myself. There's a part of me somewhere that's determined not to run anymore. I will defeat this guy and go to tell everyone what's going on.
Come, Persona!
Come, Jiraiya. That's a cool cut-in. Shadow U. Okay, so now we're just in a TV world. Interesting. Alright, good hit, good hit.
Here we go! Jiraiya! Come on, come get me! Oh, crap! Just go get me! Go get me! Yikes! Just get... Oh, no! Here we go! Take your eyes off the enemy!
Jeez, he's tough.
Here we go! Here goes! Oh, crap! You were done! No! Come on! Let's go!
How did he block that much? I'll be honest, I don't really remember how to play Yosuke. Alright. I almost lost that. Thanks, Teddie. I actually kind of like how Teddie's commenting because he's here with me.
Ha-ha! I win!
Barely. Shit, I think the fights are gonna get tough now. The CPU is gonna start being a bit more tougher. The moment I declare victory over the fake you, the red pillars surrounding us shatter with a tinkling noise. Oh, you know what I think this is? Remember how at the beginning of Mitsuru's story, she had this box artifact thing? And when the public safety guy opened the box, it created like a little dark hour inside that room, right? I think that that same technology is being used right now in Inaba. The question is, how? And how did it even get to this scale? If the P1 rules still apply, that must mean the invisible walls are all gone now. But man, even though he's a fake, it was pretty tiring to fight another Persona user. Every time I clashed with him, my muscles were burning up. My eyes still feel like they're prickling. Huh? Am I that out of shape?
Yosuke! I believed in you!
As if pushing away the red fog, Teddie comes rushing towards me with a tear-stained face and a drippy nose. I open my arms and reflexively dodge him.
Yosuke?
Dude, what did you expect? You were practically soaking in fog, tears, and snot. I pretend not to notice his offended look and try to come up with something else to talk about.
Well, fake you. Are you... Ah! Whoa!
Oh, he dead. No, he's out of here. When I turn around, the fake you starts to melt into black goop before my eyes. The surreal sight leaves me at a loss of words, but not Teddie.
Ah! Sensei's melted like butter!
He's dead.
Dude, that wasn't the real you. Though this is kind of a gross way to prove it.
Even as we speak, the fake you bubbles up and continues to melt away. I guess they weren't lying when they said this fake was made with a shadow. Still, just because it's a fake doesn't change the fact that it looked like you. Seeing it dissolve like that makes me feel a little sick.
Huh?
Once the fake you completely loses its shape, being just black puddle, those particles of light float up from it into the sky.
What was that?
Hey, Yosuke, and that was a shadow, not Sensei, right?
Yeah, seems like. The real you, I'm pretty sure, wouldn't melt into goo like that.
I mean, you want to test that theory?
That's true, but,
What is it? You're being really cagey today.
Labby-chan's kidnapper said he wanted to steal our personas and make them into shadows, right? Do you think Sensei's persona got stolen and became that thing you fought?
What? Like hell that would happen. Wait, it wouldn't, right?
Don't ask me, I asked you first!
No, that's impossible. There's no way he'd go down so fast. But that fake was really strong, and the way it fought did seem a lot like the real you.
Anyway, we gotta hurry and find the others. This whole thing is making me more and more nervous. And man, suddenly I can use my persona in the real world? What's happening to this town?
Huh?
What's up?
I smell the real sensei! And from the other direction, I'm sniffing. Oh, it's Yuki-chan!
Really? Can you smell the other guys too?
No, just those two. Actually, this might not be good. I sense shadows real close to both of them.
What? Damn it. Oh well, we're gonna have to split up. We need to make sure everyone's safe first. After that, we can meet up at Juness. I'm sure you won't get lost with that nose of yours.
Alrighty then. In that case, it's time to fully open up my bare nostrils. Roar! Wait for me, Yuki-chan! Your Teddie is coming for you!
Hey, wait! You didn't tell me where you is!
Roar! Yuki-chan!
Damn it, you perverted bear! You are so getting a pay cut for this!
And so we never saw Teddie again. To be continued. Already? Oh, nice. Okay, I see what's going on here. And then we get Teddie's story now. Oh, cool. Alright, so it's all connected in some sort of way. Alright, well, let's resume with Yu's story. The third ordeal.
Ah, welcome to the Velvet Room.
So where we left off with Yu, he was still in his room. When I look around, I see an endlessly blue space that I've come to know well. It's the Velvet Room, a place where the ceiling, floor, and even the walls are a deep azure. It exists between mind and matter, and not far away from me sit two figures.
Did I startle you?
No, but
I'm sure that I opened the front door to leave for Juness. I don't remember it ever connecting to the Velvet Room before. Or is this a dream?
I have business with you today, so I've summoned you. Marie?
Oh shit, Marie's here. Another figure steps forth with Margaret, the resident of this room, calls to her.
Sorry, I asked her to do this. There's something I have to do right now.
Marie, or rather the minor goddess who now protects this town, speaks cryptically of a crisis.
what happened?
I can't really tell you because of the rules of this room, but you've noticed, right? Something terrible's about to happen to this town. I'll do my best to stop it. But that won't even come close to being enough. So, you might end up in danger again. Because of this.
I see. Marie could be said to be the one and the same with this town. Any problems with the town leads directly to problems with Marie, creating a burden on her. Marie's fighting this too.
Leave it to me. I'll protect this town from whatever's coming.
Marie looks surprised for a moment at my words. Then she looks down and says nothing.
Marie, are you okay?
You stupid goody-goody womanizing lame-o. Just hurry and get out of here.
Oh, she's going anime protagonist mode. That's a mean thing to say to a person worried about you. Well, that is like her. Yeah, well, I mean, we did read all her poems too back in the original game. Still, she may be toughing it out, but I can tell this abnormality is eating away at Marie.
It seems you still have a lot to learn. You may have noticed, but your precious town faces an even greater threat than before. Someone is attempting to merge Inaba with the other world, which you once called the Midnight Channel.
What?
Yeah, that's what Adachi did.
Fortunately, Marie's powers are currently protecting the townspeople. But that will not last long.
Yeah, well, that's what Adachi tried to do back in the original. The world is about to change. Your existence won't belong there. God, he's such a cool character.
What do you mean?
A town that's become a labyrinth choked by fog and silence. Inaba exists in a unique time right now. Only persona users who have accepted their suppressed egos are able to freely move about through the evil red fog. But at this rate, the fog will thicken, and those who cannot use such powers will be swallowed into this world.
So that's what General Teddie meant by within the hour.
This will be the third ordeal thrust upon you. Or perhaps it is the continuation of the second. Will you overcome it with aplomb this time as well?
Go. You can do this. And as for the culprit in this case...
It's not Adachi, right? That's odd. Marie's voice is starting to sound hazy. And this sensation, I felt it before. It's the feeling I get when I leave the Velvet Room. Wait, no, Marie's not done yet. the culprit in this case, but before I can hear the most crucial part of Marie's message, my consciousness is slowly swallowed by darkness. Yeah, imagine if she said it's Adachi. I'd be like, God damn it, Adachi. Back at it again. When I come to, I'm standing in front of the Dojima residence. Hey, this is where Rise was. I can't just stand around here, though. As if to shake off my fears, I start running towards Junes. Actually, canonically, we would have run into Rise then first. Because she got off the train and came running this way.
That's odd. I passed by here earlier, too.
Oh, God damn it, now we're running in circles, too. Same sign again, and turns that shouldn't exist, just like Margaret said. The neighborhoods of Inaba have become a maze in this red fog. It really is just like the TV world. I get the feeling that shadows could come crawling out from the shadows of ordinary buildings, and I shake my head at such thoughts. Is this anxiety because of the fog, too?
Margaret called this a continuation of what happened the other day.
When Lapras was thrown into the TV world, her kidnapper said, "You got the better of me this time." This is the continuation of the other day, then that means he's already making his next move. The culprit's objectives then was to gather powerful shadows. Is that what he's setting up to do this time as well? Something's bothering me. What is this? There's something like I'm missing? Just when I'm about to sort through the pieces once more, the red fog parts and I see a familiar building in front of me. What is it, Junes?
This is Junes. Why is it here?
Out of the corner of my eye, I see a figure pass by and enter Junes through the front door. It's...
Yosuke.
What a relief to see him safe, but it looks like he didn't hear me because he keeps going and disappears into Junes.
Yosuke, wait!
A shadow Yosuke, that's what. I hurry after him. The elevators aren't lit and don't seem to be moving, so I ignore them and run up the stairs. Yosuke looked like he was headed for the food court on the rooftop. I have to follow him.
Yosuke!
Oh, this is creepy. We need a P4... We need like a P4 remake now. Well, I like include the Arena Ultimax as a DLC and add the fighting elements as like as a DLC, like part of the DLC exclusive of the Arena Ultimax. That would be so fucking cool because you can remake like 2 games in one and give them a big glow up like they did with P3. When I call out to the person standing in the food court, Yosuke turns around while gripping the fence and smirks.
Yo, it's you! Well, I had a feeling someone would show up.
That's what I was thinking too. Are you alone? Where's Teddie?
Teddie? Oh, that useless ball of fur?
Something's not right. Teddie and Yosuke bicker all the time, but their bond of trust is stronger than anyone else's underneath it. By the way, Yosuke talked about him just now, had this obvious current of disdain to
Are
it.
you really Yosuke?
Who cares? Either way, you're done for. Plus, take a look at that.
Yosuke points to what's behind me. When I turn to look, he said he's pointing at something beyond the red haze. On the hill beyond the distorted neighborhoods, most likely the site of Yasogami High where I used to attend, looms a bizarre, long, and unnaturally thin shadow.
What is that?
Wait, that's a shadow? I thought it was a tower. That's a 5G tower right there. Okay. When I rush over to the fence, the wind pushes away the fog, letting me see that thin shadow for what it really is, a grotesque tower that defies reality, nothing like any normal building. The image of Mitsuru-san's people being crucified passes through my mind. Oh, so they're at the base of that.
Don't tell me.
You understand the rules now? That's where you're headed, if you want to save your precious friends and this world.
I squint to try to get a better look at the tower through the fence, but the fog blows it in again and conceals the abomination. As I continue to stare at it, hoping the wind will change, I sense Yosuke move.
Persona.
Look out, you!
Oh shit, it's real Yosuke. As I react to Yosuke's move, Yosuke's persona comes charging in with tremendous speed, gouging the fence with its arm. What is going on here?
Persona! And 2 Yosuke's!
What the fuck? 2 Yosuke's?
Don't be fooled! That's a fake me! Don't get in my way. Persona!
Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's so cool. The 2 Jiraiya's clash fiercely and an immense shockwave shakes up the surrounding air. As the personas cross swords, what looks like sparks scatter all across the darkened food court. The two Yosuke summoned their personas before my eyes.
This guy's not me or my shadow. It's a fake that was made with a chunk of a shadow.
A chunk of a shadow?
General Teddie set this up. He supposedly made these things to force us to fight. Thing is, we can summon our personas here too. We have to beat them all and move on.
The two Jiraiya's used the rebound of their powers to put distance between each other. Though their opponent is a fake, this shows that their skills are perfectly matched.
Yosuke, are you alright?
To be honest, I'm exhausted. But if this is more of the P1, then we can't let ourselves lose.
Oh, so you noticed too. The culprit behind Labrys's kidnapping is doing this as well.
Right. I don't know what they're after, but let's defeat this thing and keep going.
Morons!
You still don't get it, do you?
You're both going down here.
Don't act so tough. You might be a copy of me, but there's no way you can beat you and me at the same time. Two against one, huh? We were being all fair and square, but I see you'd rather play dirty. Useless vermin who can't do anything unless you're huddled together. You're completely forgetting the rules. The P1 Climax is supposed to be all one-on-one battles. I'm not going to take on two of you at once. Now, bring on the ring.
Oh god, they're gonna get a lot of mileage out of this still, aren't they? On the fake Yosuke's signal, 4 red pillars fall out of the sky. The pillars tower over the food court, surrounding both ourselves and the fake. They give off an eerie light.
Whoa!
What is this?
Come on, first come, first served.
Oh, and I guess I'll tell you something else. Ignoring me and trying to run ahead will get you nowhere. Like I said before, if you want to stop the world from ending, you've got no choice but to head to Yasogami High. Now though, you're already in the ring. Those red pillars create invisible walls, and there's no way to get rid of them but to win one-on-one. In other words, the only way you can save your world is for one of you to defeat me. Damn it. Invisible walls again? What are we gonna do? Can we trust anything he's saying?
If I think about the way the previous P1 Grand Prix worked, there's no reason to doubt these invisible walls exist. There's no way to confirm what the fake Yosuke is saying. And even if there was, if beating him in a 2-on-1 fight results in us being trapped here, then it would be a hollow victory. Where are these monitors coming from?
Can't you just go on and fight when it's not against your friends? You already know it's a fake.
You.
Yes, it's the lovely General Teddie. I've been watching all this time, and what am I seeing? I poured my heart into making fakes who look exactly like you, all to set up a good fight. What more do you want?
Can it? With all that fair and square stuff you were saying, were we somehow not supposed to think something's going on with all this?
Yosuke, how cruel. I just want to feel your fighting spirit. Though, this is fine with me, you know. At such a leisurely pace, the world really will be destroyed. Now, hurry up and fight to the death.
Oh, I think a little bit of his real voice came out there. It was an echo.
Oh, that bastard. Even the fake one's not half as cute as he thinks.
Calm down, Yosuke. Getting flustered is exactly what they want.
Still, we have no other choice than to fight the fake here. The question is, who will go up against it, Yosuke or me? Oh, I can choose. No, we'll fight as you this time. Don't think it matters too much. Oh, my dog's barking. Also, we had Yosuke fight before, so we'll have you do it this time.
Finally.
Alright, let's do it.
Fight.
Alright, and then combo again.
Over here! Over here!
Perfect.
You were completely invincible. Good work.
Oh, thanks, Yosuke. Oh, that's so cool. They actually comment on our fight. Good attention to detail. That was a perfect round. The red pillar surrounding us shatter and the fake Yosuke loses cohesion while black bubbles burst from it. What looks like glowing grains of sand quickly emerge from it. As they get caught up in the fog, the glowing grains disappear into the sky.
It really was a chunk of a shadow.
You could have trusted me at least on that part, you know. Though that doesn't make me feel better about seeing this happen so many times.
Many times? Did you fight a fake version of someone else before coming here?
Yeah. It was, a fake you.
Me? Huh. Are you alright?
Oh, sure. I figured out pretty quick that it wasn't you. These guys aren't trying too hard to act like us. It's not like before when they were trying to upset us. But that makes it even more disturbing.
They're not trying to hide and they're fighting fair. That seems really fishy in itself.
Right? Well, the rule where you have to win one-on-one before moving on seems to be the same as before. But something's telling me we shouldn't believe everything they're saying either.
Yosuke's right. It certainly looks like the culprit has come to settle this fair and square, but he's also taken Mitsudo and the town hostage, leaving us no choice but to fight. Which means that there must be a reason they're so adamant on fighting us one-on-one.
That reminds me, is Teddie okay? Have you seen anyone else?
Huh? Oh, Teddie sniffed out Yukiko with that nose of his and took off to find her. Some help that guy was. You have no idea how much trouble I had to go through to find you.
Well, you showed up just in time to save me. Anyway, I'm relieved to hear Teddie's nose is working. Let's leave the others to him. We need to get to Yasugami High. There's not much time left until this supposed end of the world.
Whoa, wait a sec. That fake said the same thing, but why Yasugami High?
I don't know why, but it looks like that's where we have to go. See?
When I point to where I saw the tower, Yosuke rushes over to the fence. His flustered expression changes to surprise on seeing the tower looming over the hill, past the hazy red fog.
Is that Yasugami High? What's happened to it?
We'll have to go there and find out. Mitsuru-san and her friends are probably there too.
Damn it, everything's going according to their plan, huh?
Yeah, but we have to do this. I'll be counting on your help, Yosuke. What's the matter?
Nah, you're right. It's not that there's nothing we can do without each other. It's that with each other, we can do anything.
That's right. If the P1 Climax rules say we have to fight one-on-one, then we'll obey them. We're definitely not incapable of doing anything without crowding together. Each of us can be strong as we need to be, if it's for the sake of others and we believe in the cause.
Sorry. Guess I wasn't thinking straight. Let's go, partner.
I nod. Yosuke looks like he's overcome his doubts, and together we run towards Yasugami High through the maze-like town. Eventually we reach the base of the hill, where we discover a sign with an arrow pointing towards the P1 Climax main site. Oh, we made it already. It's no longer a maze from here on. There's a little bit of distortion, but it's the usual school route I remember taking every day. I ignore the P1 Climax flyers pasted everywhere like election posters, that is.
These again? How much more are they going to bring up those painful memories? Whoa!
The school slanted. Yosuke suddenly stops his complaining. What's just come into view for both of us is a strangely decorated school building, just like in the P1 Grand Prix from the other day, and that bizarre tower that looms over the rooftop.
Holy crap! It really is on top of our school. And why is it so big? That voice! Was that Yukiko?
Let's hurry.
Down my left ear, after nodding to each other, we make a dash towards the Yasugami High main gate. Please be safe, Yukiko. To be continued. I knew it. Alright. So where am I now? I'm all the way here. Oh, I see. So the red ones mean battle. That's what it is. Alright, we'll do Teddie, and then I think I'll call it a chapter because it merges into two different paths. So we'll do that next time. Alright, let's finish off with Teddie. Teddie, you're supposed to be protecting Yukiko. What happened to that?
Just you wait, Yuki-chan. I'm coming. Huh? It's the same sign again. A dead end this time. What's going on here?
It's no use. I decide to stop and then concentrate on my nose.
Here it comes. I'm sensing Yuki-chan for sure. Huh? There's something else nearby too.
Could this someone be trying to approach Yuki-chan, who must be so lonely and lost without her Teddie, and score with her? That's unforgivable. My rage is on the bear. The burge of exploding. Okay. Hmm?
It's no use. I can only tell that there's two.
Of the two readings near Yuki-chan, one of them seems a bit weird. How do I put this? It was like that sensei that melted earlier.
Could it be someone's fake? This isn't good. Ugh, my nose just won't listen. I mean, work. Ugh, I don't even know where I am anymore. I wonder if Yosuke managed to find Sensei. What are you acting like a lost kid for, you idiot? Ah! It's a ghost!
Oh, it's General Teddie. He showed up.
You look so spineless. It is none other than I, General Teddie! Where's your salute? It's that shameless imposter again.
What's with this inflated ego? First we defeat a fake sensei, and now a fake me showing up? Also, he is saluting. Worse yet, this is the bizarre fake that caused me so much hassle the other day. Looks like I'd better give him a piece of my mind.
Seriously, what a bearden you are. If you keep dawdling around, the world will go kablooey!
That's right, I can't waste my time here. Hey, why is this fake telling me that? Oh, is this the reverse psychology? Is this weirdly dressed clone actually a good guy? Nah, impossible.
You can try to nudge me along all you want, but I'm not fooled. You're an imposter after my good name! Oh, what a rude bear! Saying such things after I try to be kind. Well then, I'll tell you something especially good. It does not matter whether I'm real or an imposter. Have you forgotten? You are the same as me. Nothing but a mere shadow.
I'll be honest, the actual Shadow Teddie boss in the original P4, much more scary than this one. Holy shit. Shadow Teddie is actually like nightmare fuel. Eep, what's going on here? Just when I thought the fake stopped cosplaying all that puffed up general, its voice suddenly changed. How dare he say that I'm the same as a shadow? It's so mean.
That's not true! I mean, I was just an ordinary nobody bear at first, but I met Sensei and everyone else and changed! I'm the one, the only Teddie! Sensei said so! Then tell me this. What would you be if you didn't have your friends? Huh? If you are unable to be yourself until recognized by another, what are you truly? That's... Don't worry, it's not only you. All the worthless refuse living in this world is the same. That is the extent of the self. It is a squalid concept espoused by weaklings who cannot see themselves save through comparison to others. You lick each other's wounds, finding peace by herding together. Deep in this rotted intimacy, you avert your eyes from the truth. That's not how it is. I just want to be with my friends. They're not averting their eyes either. Regardless, I will kill you slowly and return you and your persona back to shadows.
General Teddie was trying with that reverse psychology, and then Teddie was like, nah, I'm good. And so General Teddie's like, anyways, I'm gonna kill you.
Now, bring on the ring!
Oh gosh. Sometimes these JRPG dialogues are too funny. When the fake puts its hands up, those red pillars go wham into the ground. This is just like when Yosuke fought against the shadow earlier. Let me guess, does this fake want to pick a fight with me?
What's the matter? Scared? Well then, how about a wager? Whoever wins is the real one. Like I let that happen? There's no way I can lose this. I'll do whatever it takes to prove I'm the one and only Teddie in the world!
Time to go. I kind of forget, what's the benefit of using a shadow variant of a character? I think it's something to do with their burst, like when you burst with them, with the persona. I think it passively gains SP for them, but they take more damage. Oh, it keeps dodging it. was Rise being the announcer?
Teddy screw!
All right, it's over. Time to leave.
Time to leave, yes. That's because Teddie's moveset is so flippin' clean. You can follow up with an all-out attack pretty much whenever.
I did it! I get to keep being the real Teddy!
Winner.
But was fighting always this tiring? I feel more pooped than usual.
Right when I get a chance to catch my breath, the pillars split down the middle and the red fog that has thinned while I was fighting comes drifting in and moistens my adorable bod.
This fog again. Well, that'll do.
Was this fake not really a fake? When Yosuke won, the fake went all blurp. Well, it got melty, so why is this one still standing normally?
A shadow with an ego. I thought it could be suitable for my scheme, but it seems I'll have to use the other instead.
The other? When General Teddie opens his palm, I can see those shiny thingies in it, just like that. They go flying into the sky like the wind blew them away. What are those shiny thingies? I think I saw them when Yosuke was fighting too.
Come on, what are you staring at? Your friends are already headed to the school. Why aren't you on your way to meet them? Grr. You don't get to boss me around. And what's up with you? You did all this to the town. You keep telling us where we're supposed to go. If you're the enemy, then why aren't you acting more evil? Yeesh, what a noisy bear. Your complaint doesn't make any sense either. Anyway, just hurry up and come to the high school. We're gonna settle the score once and for all there. Wait!
Before I can stop him, General Teddie disappears into the red fog. But did I hear him say that everyone is headed to the school? Why are they all going there? As best as I can remember, the school that Sensei went to is in the same direction as those shiny thingies flew towards.
What is that? There's a huge tower standing where Sensei's high school should be. And what's that red fog swirling around? I think I smell danger from it.
I think for a moment, it looks like something's bad happening to Sensei's school, but I promised Yosuke that I'd find Yuki-chan. My nose is still all runny, but Yuki's smell hasn't moved from that spot yet, so I know where I have to go.
If the others are headed to the school, then I need to get to Yuki-chan. I'm sure Sensei and the rest can handle everything over there. Rah! Wait for me, Yuki-chan! Your adorable Teddie is rushing to you at once!
Interesting. So General Teddie had a shadow, but then like when we defeated it, it seems that shadow variant inside General Teddie disappeared. Alright, what's the route now? Chie, okay. And Yukiko. Yeah, I figured. Alright, so I'm going to end the first episode of the episode P4 here. I think we made some good progress. We got the exposition pretty much done. Rise, Naoto, Yosuke who met up with you, Teddie who met up, or he's going to meet up with Yukiko. So this will be Yukiko's route, and then we'll do Chie, which will lead to the next set of areas. Hopefully I can maybe knock this out in maybe less than 5 or 5 episodes. So yeah, that's the plan at least. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to meeting Junpei and Yukari because they are here somewhere. But I'll catch you on next time. We'll do Yukiko because it seems that she's on the shorter side.